Hi everybody, I'm trying to do a vlog today of me and my weight loss journey. I am using my new Joby GorillaPod stand. I'm looking at it now on my windowsill, my kitchen windowsill. So hopefully I was trying to get some natural light in, bit of makeup on, just to play about with it and the new setup. And I'm hoping I can do some of my unboxings and whatnot with this new setup as well for my Cocoa Daisy. This is the March Cocoa Daisy planner, dog themed. It is fabulous, and I probably will do an actual plan with me on that as well, but that is not the point of today. The point of today is to talk about me and my weight loss journey. My apologies, I have a little bit of makeup on, slapped on, and my eyes are so sensitive that even the slightest bit of makeup around my eyes, even if it's like down here, you know, foundation or any, or powder especially, my eyes are just like a complete fountain. So apologies if I keep, because they're absolutely stinging right now. Oh, to be young and beautiful, eh? Anyway, so today is about me starting my weight loss journey. I'm going to be very open and frank. I'm doing it by video because I need to be held accountable. I'm not sure where to look on this, but I'm just going to look at the main screen, and so if my eyes are off, so be it. Yes, so I am starting my weight loss journey. I'm going to give you all the facts and figures of who I am, what I am, height, weight, proportions, etc. And I'm going to tell you how I'm doing it. It's my way. It's the best way for me. I've done it before. And then I fall off the wagon because I have unhealthy eating habits, i.e. I am a glutton. But this is the surefire way because it is a way for me to regain control of my way. So it works for me. I'm not saying it works for everybody else, but it's for me. So, what am I doing? No, let's start with the stats. Okay. I've got my little sheet. I've been logging my weight on this since the 11th of February, just daily, just holding myself personally accountable to my weight. Right, so on the 11th of February, I weighed 215 pounds, exactly. That is 15 stone, 5 pounds. At that point, that was probably the heaviest I'd ever been. I'd said I'd been 215 before, but I was probably like 214.6, 0.8, whatever. But 215, hitting that mark, heaviest I'd ever been. So I then was weighing myself over, literally every day, pretty much over the course of a couple of weeks. Valentine's Day, I did nothing, but I hit 215.2 pounds. I've fluctuated between 213.8 and the 215s. Okay, so here's the killer. My dad's birthday, 17th of February, I weighed the heaviest I've ever stood on a set of scales. Even after an evening meal when I've just gorged on something and then sort of, you know, foolishly stood on the scales, I've never hit this weight before. And it was 215.8. I mean, that is pretty much 216 pounds. That's 15 stone and 6 pounds. I've never, ever been that heavy before. So that was a bit of a shocker, a bit of a depressing moment, shall we say. And yeah, not good. Okay, so next day, 214. The day after that, 213.2. I then left it for about 3 days, from a Friday to a Monday, and it was 215.2 again. 214.6, 214.4. So going down a little bit, but I wasn't doing anything. So that's just the natural kind of ebb and flow of the weight. So I bought some of the diet that I'm going to show you in a minute. Played about with it on Saturday. I had a couple of shakes, but then pigged out on something. But on Saturday I weighed 215. So again, that's kind of like the baseline. Sunday, again, tried to give it a bit of a go, probably ate, something as well, but I went up to 215.6. So Saturday, I obviously pigged out and went up. So day one, doing it properly, 215, right? So that was my baseline. So that is me starting. 215 is the baseline number, given that the highest I'd ever hit was 215.8. So from now on, we're taking my baseline is 215. Coincidentally, I went onto my Fitness Pal and looked at some of my previous stats, and I think it was March or April last year, I got down as low as 198.4. I've kept that in the log, so I've kind of deleted out some of the other sort of fluctuation ones, but I've kept that in the log. That's the lowest. So I know that I am on track if I can beat that. That's my target, 198.8. That's my first major target. If I can go below that, then I know I'm on track. And some of the other ones, like my birthday last year, I was 211 pounds. And my birthday is next Friday, the 11th of March. Put it in your diary, 11th of March, most important day of the year. Anyway, that aside. So my birthday last year was 211. So I want to get down to at least 211 by my birthday this year. Or at least beat it. Gosh, if I could beat it, that would be awesome. Because you've got to go mini targets. So, day one, yesterday, Monday, sorry, today's Wednesday, my apologies. Monday, 215. No cheats. Yesterday, I weighed 213.4. See what happens when you don't cheat? Yesterday I had one cheat. And the reason is I had a brand new half-fat mozzarella, which I love mozzarella, ball in the fridge. And I could, in all consciousness, I couldn't let it go to waste. I couldn't throw it out. Nobody else in the house ate it. So I couldn't throw it out. I ate it. Now, foolishly, I looked at the thing and it said 30 grams, 50 calories. And I'm like, well, hey, 50 calories. You know, I can walk that. And so something was like in my head and I was like, hang on, 50 calories for a pure fat ball of mozzarella, even though it's half fat. Yeah, it was 125 grams. 200 calories. Anyway, it's fat. No carbs in it. So yes, there's calories going on, but there's no carbs in it. So it's not throwing me out of the low carb, treadmill that I'm on, if you like. Today, weighed myself. So given that I had the mozzarella ball yesterday, today I weighed myself, and this is up to date, 212.2. Yay! Yay! That's nothing. I mean, that's a good, decent meal. And you're back up to 215. So I'm under no illusions that there's any real weight coming off right now. My body's just getting into sync with my regime. So what is the regime and what works for me? Okay, so I've told you before, I'm a glutton. And, I love to eat. I eat too much. I can eat very healthily, but I will eat over and above. I'll eat two people's portions without even thinking about it. And yes, I can pig out and all the naughty stuff as well, but I can forgo naughty stuff for a long time, but my portion control is just ridiculous. So I'm holding my hands up to that. I am a glutton. So I need total food abstinence. That's what works for me. Total food abstinence. So how do I sustain that? So I prefer to do a total food replacement plan. And consisting of, depending on which company you choose, and there's very many ones out there. There's probably the most famous one is Cambridge Diet. There is the Weight Matters. I don't know whether they're still going or not. There's the Lipo Trim or something it's called. Oh, can't remember. Anyway. Millions. There's not millions, but there's various products out there that will allow you to do a total food replacement plan on what's called a VLCD, very low calorie diet. Very low calorie diet is somewhere between 400 and 600, maybe up to 800 calories per day, which sounds ridiculously low, admittedly. I'm a scientist. I have studied neuroscience as a degree, so I am well into my physiology, pharmacology, etc., etc. So I can read journals and I can read magazines, and I can see the science behind it, and I can understand the science behind it. That's not saying that anybody else can't, but this is me doing my due diligence for myself. Everybody should do their own homework. So, that aside, I'm comfortable with it. I'm putting myself into what's known as a state of ketosis. I have my pea sticks, not literally in my hand, but I have them on order because I keep using, I'm one of these people though, I don't know whether you're a lady out there who's ever tried to get pregnant and you use your little pea sticks to see whether you're pregnant every day, and you know, I was one of those girls. Fastidious to the point of obsessive about peeing on a stick to see a colour change. Anyway, ketosis gives me that opportunity to do that. Lovely shades of pink mean that I am in ketosis, i.e. my body is excreting ketones, which means my body is using my own fat as a method of fuel. Okay, so this is very similar to the ketogenic diet. Now, I mean the chemical process behind it. I don't mean the actual calorific levels. So I want to be very careful about that. But the paleo diet, ketogenic diet, they are all forms of eating a high-fat, low-carb, minimal protein diet. What this does is some of them put you into a stage of ketosis to allow your body to process the fat that's coming in, because fat does not make you fat. Sugar makes you fat. I will put in a little mini political statement. No, I am not an advocate of the sugar tax, because any taxes are wrong. That's my philosophy. So bollocks to that, excuse my language. But you've got to be aware of what you're doing. You've got to be aware of what you're putting into your body and how it manifests itself in your body and in your the chemistry of your body. So from my perspective, I'm putting myself into a starvation mode state of ketosis so that my body has no option but to use the only source of fuel it has available to it, i.e. the pudge. Okay? Oh, boobs on show, sorry. You know, this, okay? That. I'm going to see if I can put it down and give you all a shocker. Hang on. Now this is where the old, the Joby comes in, and I don't think that's going to work because it's overbalanced, because I have a great big Galaxy whatchamot. So maybe if I, now we're all going into all sorts of trouble here, folks. So that is not going to, oh, right, okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. Going on pause. Oh, no, I'm not on pause yet. Hang on. Okay, so that was a complete disaster. So my point is, let me see if I can, there, that. Ignore the ironing, that's all clean, lovely stuff, just needs to be ironed. Look, that's what I'm going to be eating, literally. My body is going to be eating it. It's the only source of fuel it has. The ketogenic diet works something similar, except that you're ingesting fat into your body, a high level of fat, minimal protein, and pretty much, you know, it's something like an 80% fat, 15% protein, and 5% carbs. So low carb diet. But your body then will use the fat as a fuel, which is a very efficient form of fuel, obviously, clearly, which is why our body stores it in times of need. So a lot of science there, but basically I've researched this, I'm happy with it. It works for me as a total food replacement. It works for me from the chemistry perspective. I can see results fast because I'm one of those people that needs an immediate gratification. And so it's all good. So I am particularly using a company called Shake That Weight. And by the way, this is not me advocating them for sale or anything. I am not in any way related to them or endorsing them or anything. It's what I'm using, and I'll tell you the reason I'm using it. It's cost effective for me. Cambridge, you go to see a consultant, you buy the products, all very well. You know, you're held to account by your consultant, which is one of the really good things about using the Cambridge diet if you're going to use a total food replacement plan, is because you have that accountability to yourself and to your consultant. And it's a little bit expensive for me, so I was looking up opportunities to see how I could minimize the cost, and I find this company called Shake That Way. So they have, now the other thing is all the companies do things like bars and soups and shakes. Some of them do little meals as you go up the plans and stuff. I prefer just shakes. I just want to use my shakes. On this plan, I get 4 a day. So can I do 4 in my hands? Woo-hoo! 4 a day, so that I never have to go too long without, you know, thinking, oh, when's my next meal? Cambridge is normally 3 shakes a day. You know, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I get breakfast, lunch, dinner, and a snack to use sometime during the day. So it works for me. So, so they do 7 flavors. Okay, banana, strawberry, vanilla. So banana, strawberry, vanilla. So classic flavors. Hazelnut, chocolate, caramel, and cafe latte. Now, surprisingly, I thought some of those flavors would be a bit mank. They're all perfectly nice. They don't taste powdery. I like them. I've tried pretty much I've tried at least 3 to 4 different ones. I tried Protein World. So I've got a big thing of Protein World over there. I've got the big jar. I've got the big sack of Protein World over there as well. I've used Weight Matters. I've used Cambridge and various other ones, even Slim Fast and whatever. Perfectly edible, perfectly good for me. So I'm happy. Now, what I do for my shakes is, because I have a little routine, because again, you know, it helps with the whole sort of control and whatever. Okay. So I have a little blender machine, and you know, I've just had one, by the way, so that's why I'm showing you my manky blender cup. I have it with a straw. I like mine hot in most of the time, sort of evening. In the summer, when it's really hot, I'll have them cold with ice, but generally speaking, on average, I like them hot. So I have hot shakes. What I also do is I add coffee to it. So a teaspoon or so of coffee to my shakes. Because then it makes me feel as though I'm having like a cafe latte, a flavored latte. And that way, you know, again, I'm feeling as though I'm not missing out on a Starbucks or... Okay, Starbucks, venti, white chalk mock, extra shot, extra hot, skinny, no cream, and only 2 pumps of white. That used to be my Starbucks recipe. A white chalk mocha skinny? Who am I flipping kidding? So anyway, I make my own. So I put a little cold water in, put the coffee in, put the shake powder in, okay? The reason I put cold water in is because if you try to put your hot water in first and then add the shake, the steam that will go up into the packet will make the powder stick to the edges, right? Top tip. Put a little bit of cold water in, so therefore then if you just put the shake directly into there, it all gets sort of gloopied at the bottom. So, bit of cold water, about 1/2 inch. I put my coffee in, and again, that's totally optional, but it's the way I like it. Then I put my shake powder in. Then, so I have ground cloves. It's a new one. I'm trying this combination. I have ground spice, and I also have ground cinnamon. And I use various different ones. Basically, I add spices to it. So if you can think about it, if I had a banana coffee, hot banana coffee, which is, you know, using a shake, and then I add a bit of clove to it, it kind of makes it a little bit like an eggnog or something like that. Yeah, I know, in my head it works, whatever. The other thing I add to every shake is chili flakes, okay? The reason I do that, it's a couple of reasons. Okay, so number one, helps the metabolism. I know by an infinitesimal mind, I think it's something like 10 calories per 4 hours. Every little helps. So I'm having that. I like that. I like it spicy. And the reason I like it spicy is it takes a little bit longer to drink, especially if it's warm as well. So you're kind of delaying the length of time it takes you to drink your shake. And in that way, you are making yourself feel fuller for longer, if that makes sense. If you had a cold shake, just the way they make it with 200 something, I think that's 250 mils there. Okay, so where my finger is, that's 250 mils, which is roughly what they say, 200, 250 mils. If you made a shake like that, just with cold water and shook it up and, you know, did your thing, you drink that in about 2 seconds. I like to sort of take about 15, 20 minutes to drink mine, just while I'm working, while I'm doing my things, just because it makes me feel as though I'm filling myself up. And I'm prolonging it, it's all psychological, but it works for me. So I'm doing it. So VLCD, I got 4 shakes a day, and I am now fully on day 3, and my target is by Monday's weigh-in, which will be the, oh yes, Mother's Day, Sunday the 6th of March, so 7th. So the 7th of March, my target is to be 210. I'm 212 now. I've got, what, 4 or 5 days? On a VLCD, you probably tend to lose about half a pound a day on average, roughly. Now that's a very rough thing. You tend to drop more in your first week because your body is losing some water weight. It's also losing some digestive weight, i.e. you're pooping out your last poops from your last meals. Sorry for those of a faint-hearted disposition. But, so anyway, oh, look at the double chin. See, look, when I was younger, I have a really square jaw. Like, I mean, it is like cut glass. So, look how I could look if I had a facelift. So yeah, all this hopefully is going to go. Anyway, gosh, I'm terribly one for digressing, aren't I? Oh yes, and I'm logging everything, all my drinks and stuff. I'm logging them and my weight in my, and this is my Webster's Pages blue, and it is my Cocoa Daisy kit for this is March, and it is, I have to say, guys, look, I don't know who you are. It is just bloody beautiful. It's a bloody beautiful colour scheme. It really is. Okay, for March. Little doggies, all the freebies and or goodies and stuff that I get with along with it. And stickers and stuff. Okay, so, again, not advocating anything like that. It's just me. It's just what works for me. I have to kind of make a game of it. I gamify my weight loss. So, part of the gamification of my weight loss is these videos, the accountability. Now, this one's terribly long. It's what, maybe 23, 25 minutes anyway already. So, obviously, on a weekly basis, I'll just do a quick update. So, weight, how it's gone in the last week, any measurement changes, anything. And if I can, I don't know how to do it, but I want to add in like pictures, you know, like a progress thing, because I take a photograph in a particular dress that I bought the other day. It's a size 16. I look like a house side in it, you know, lumps and bumps everywhere, but it is just a visualization to see if I'm shrinking. The other thing is I have a pair of original Levi 501s, awesome, that I am dying to get into. Right now, they come pretty much about halfway up my thigh. I've taken a photograph. Yes, the pants are on show. Who cares? They're all going to go eventually. So I'm taking a shot of me in the dress, and as I try to get my jeans on, and I'll do that every week. And again, so I don't know how to add in a photograph, a still, to these videos. So if somebody knows how to do that, oh please help me and tell me how to do that, because that would be awesome, and it would save me spending hours faffing and probably losing videos and all sorts. So I think I'll end that there for now, because I'm coming up to 25 minutes, and I hope I haven't bored you all completely senseless. And if I have, well, you're obviously not reading this, still watching it, so do you. Yeah, anyway, so wish me luck. Oops, as I break my kitchen. Fingers crossed I can do this. Okay, what my goals are. In the first instance, just to beat my record, 198.4. By my birthday, I want to get down to lower than what I was this time last year. So there's a couple of mini goals there. ultimately, I don't want to be a skinny bitch because my frame just really, and I can go into the whys and wherefores, but my frame is not built for skinny bitch. Alas, I'll never be slender. I'll always be big boned. But I'm trying to get down to somewhere between 11 and 12 stone. Okay. Now at my age, and I will be 45 on my next birthday, i.e. next Friday, 11th of March. 45. Look at that beautiful skin. Yeah, right. You guys must think I'm a complete clown, but anyway. So anyway, 45, my next birthday. So, you know, it's do or die. It's now or never. If I don't get the weight off now, I can say cheerio to ever getting into those jeans, because obviously your metabolism changes as you get older. I'm not particularly active. I have a desk job. So do or die. I have an 8-week supply of my shakes. So this is going to be an 8-week in the first instance, a little 8-part series, or 8 or 9 or whatever, depending on how long. I've got a couple of other things. I've got the Protein World shakes to use up as well. So, you know, let's just see how we go over the next 8 weeks. Wish me luck. I hope you can join me on my journey. If you're doing something similar, please let me know in the comments below. I'll also put links to Shake That Weight, whatever, things that I use, my little recipe, just because I'm anal like that. She said using a naughty word. Anyway, here goes nothing. Take care, folks. See you on the other side. Love you. Bye.